We are addressing this matter. It's not 4 years since Stevenson made a mandatory, and Kovalev hurt the process as well, but it's unacceptable to continue. WBC ruling is soon. Those are the words of WBC President Mauricio Sulaiman talking about the situation with WBC light heavyweight world champion Adonis Stevenson. He hasn't made a mandatory defense in a very long time. According to Sulaiman, it's not 4 years. Off the top of my head, I can't remember how long ago exactly it was, but it was certainly a long time ago. Sulaiman says it's not 4 years. He says Kovalev hurt the process as well. What he's referring to there is something I've often talked about and something which a lot of fans conveniently forget. And that is the fact that I believe it was in 2015, Sergey Kovalev, via request of his own promoter, Cafe Duva, was made the mandatory challenger for Adonis Stevenson. Yeah, Kovalev was mandatory for Stevenson. However, when purse bids were called for the fight, Team Kovalev pulled out. And you can come up with all the reasons in the world that you want. At the end of the day, why call a purse bid if you're just going to pull out? It makes no sense. Unless you listen to what Cafe Duva said in the lead up to that fight. I remember very clearly, there are several articles you can probably still look up now if you Google search. Cafe Duva in the lead up to that purse bid said, we expect Stevenson to vacate, or I expect Stevenson to vacate. This is what she was saying. So it was basically a bluff by Cafe Duva and Team Kovalev. They never really expected Stevenson to go ahead with a fight. When he did, he called their bluff and they pulled out of the purse bid. That's what Mauricio Sulaiman is referring to. The reasons for that, you guys can debate in the comment section below, but that is what happened. So that would have been a mandatory for Stevenson. However, since then, Stevenson hasn't faced any mandatories, and that was, what, over 2 years ago now? That is unacceptable to not face a mandatory for over 2 years. What is Mauricio Sulaiman going to do? Why is it taking him so long to even do anything? He says WBC ruling is coming soon. At this point in time, they really need to look to be stripping Adonis Stevenson. He needs to get stripped. I don't see how his position is tenable as WBC champion. I just don't see it. Even if he is going to fight a Badu Jack and has got an exemption or whatever, it's gone on for way too long. And Sulaiman himself said that. So, yeah, hopefully they strip Adonis Stevenson. If not, they force him to fight his mandatory within a certain period of time. In fact, they should put a couple mandatories on him. Let's have the guy fight mandatories back to back. His next 2 fights mandatories, or they strip him. That's what I'd like to see. That's the only way to atone for what's been going on the past 2 years or more. To have him face 2 mandatories back to back to make up for lost time. Let me know what you feel in the comment section below. What are the WBC going to rule? All right? Let me know how you feel, people. It's happening. I'm out.